Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a collective reading for our beautiful collective community here on YouTube. So if you would like me to channel a specific message for you and your situation, be sure to like the video and also double check that you are subscribed to this channel by liking and subscribing. These are forms of energy transfer that allow me to pick up more easily on your vibration and channel more specifically for your situation. Before I even clicked the record button, I flipped over one of the decks that I had shuffled during my last reading, and at the bottom of the deck right away was the Lover's card in the upright position. Now I am getting the number 666, which of course, traditionally people mistakenly believe holds a negative connotation, but really what I'm getting from that number is a powerful spiritual transformation that is terrifying in a sense to someone who is involved in this situation, who is being transformed. I want to say by this love connection that is crashed into their life. Now, I'm saying crashed into their life because that is how this energy coming through, this person coming through, perceives you and perceives this connection as something that came out of nowhere, that really shocked them in some way, that they feel transforming them, and that also scares them because of the suddenness of this connection, because of the way that it is already transforming and changing them. They're feeling a really intense pull towards you. I keep getting the word magnetic, irresistible, and yet that fear at the same time may be creating some confusion in the physical 3D world between yourself and this person. I also keep getting something about dreams. So this particular energy may be dreaming about you. Particularly, I'm picking up that whenever you are listening to this reading, it's very likely this person had a dream about you last night. And although, of course, the specifics of that dream will be different from person to person, I'm getting that the theme of the dream is that they're looking for you, but they can't find you, or they are trying to reach you, trying to connect with you, but they can't for some reason within the dream. And this causes them to wake up with a feeling of intense sadness. I'm hearing someone say, missing you, even though I barely know you. So whoever I'm specifically tapping into in this particular reading, it feels as though the two of you may not know one another's physical 3D identity very well at a conscious level, meaning this may be a relatively new love connection. This may be someone you've recently met. This also could be someone who is spiritually and energetically connecting to you, who might actually be entering your life at some point in the future. So take this as it connects with you personally. I'm also feeling that this person coming through, I keep wanting to say masculine because for many of you listening, I feel you will connect here as the divine feminine, and this energy coming through will resonate as a masculine energy. Now, as I always say, these labels, masculine and feminine, are labels to describe energy. So keep that in mind and always take these messages only how and if they do connect with you personally and intuitively, because at the end of the day, it's really your intuition that is the compass of your life. So with the Three of Swords reversed, I see that this person is coming out of a time that has been very heavy for them emotionally. I feel that they've been hiding this even to people that are around them very regularly, and most likely hiding this to you as well. In fact, I'm hearing them say especially when it comes to you, because the masculine coming through here doesn't want to come off as weak or over emotional. And in fact, I'm getting that when they are processing these feelings of pain from their past, they may actually pull back from you in the physical 3D world. I almost said pull back their energy. That's what they may be attempting to do. But in reality, speaking from a true energetic perspective, the two of you are highly energetically connected. So this person isn't actually able to pull back their energy from you. Their energy is always on you, is what I'm getting. Like, even when they're pulling back their words, they're pulling back their actions, their energy is always present with you, Divine Feminine. And that's actually part of what is making this situation so frustrating and confusing, because this person may be trying to pull back when it comes to their actions, when it comes to their words, but their energy is not only still heavily on you, but it's almost as though when they try to pull back their words and actions, because there's that lack of connection or communication in the physical, they end up energetically communicating with you even more intensely than when you're more frequently physically interacting. I'm hearing driving me crazy. So for some Divine Feminines, it may feel like this dynamic is driving you crazy. By the way, this is very common for intense soul connections, because there is that natural telepathic energetic bond. If it's not being expressed in the physical, meaning through 3D words, actions, interactions between the two of you, then very often that energy needs somewhere to go. So it will push itself through the spiritual realm, the purely energetic realm, the telepathic realm, which is why many people report experiencing increased spiritual synchronicities, signs, telepathic experiences in separation from a very intense soul connection. And again, this is because the energy between the two of you is strong no matter what. And when it's not coming through actions, words, physical interactions, it's going to find some other avenue to make itself known. And very often that is the dreams, the telepathy, the spiritual signs and synchronicities. And that's what I'm feeling you, Divine Feminine, are getting a lot of from this masculine at this moment in time. Now, with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, very specifically, I feel a masculine coming through here has an insecurity when it comes to not being independent or stable on his own in the physical world. So what I'm picking up from this is that in some cases, it may be because the masculine here is relationally tied to a karmic partner from his past, who he may still be physically 3D with in the world, even though energetically he's feeling very disconnected from. So he's not feeling, there's something about him not feeling free yet to move forward with you, Divine Feminine, and that creating confusion in this connection. Now, this doesn't necessarily need to be a karmic partner. Specifically, this could actually be a masculine who doesn't feel like financially he is stable enough to feel like he can make an offer to you, move forward freely towards you. I keep getting like there are insecurities within this masculine that he's hiding that are actually affecting your connection. And right as I said that, we have the Emperor in the reverse position, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles is that although you, Divine Feminine, may doubt this or may not realize this, this masculine is much more perseverant towards you, meaning really in this for the long haul than you may realize. Because when the masculine is feeling insecure, when he's feeling like he's not free of a dynamic or situation enough to offer something to you that is worthwhile, to be stable enough to move forward with you in some way, that insecurity may cause him to, I'm hearing, bide his time in the physical world, to kind of slow down the pace of the connection, to perhaps communicate less or connect less physically, yet his thoughts are still very much fixated on you. I see his eyes focused on you, watching you. And I feel this patience, this perseverance. When I say patience, that's really not the best fitting word. It is more like a perseverance, like this masculine is biding his time to be able to be strong enough and free enough to fully move forward toward you in some type of way. And I do see with the Chariot card in the upright position, it's almost like the masculine saying, I want to work hard at freeing myself enough to be stabilized within myself, to overcome these insecurities, and to be able to make some type of worthwhile offer towards you. The message I kept hearing from this masculine as I was getting ready to do this reading is, I want it to be you in the end. It's almost like the masculine here is seeing the end goal with you, seeing you, Divine Feminine, as the person that they do want to end up with. But it's almost like they're not sure how to bridge that distance, how to become the person that you would need them to be in that end goal kind of place. And that's why they're feeling with the Emperor reversed, kind of as though they are disconnected from their higher self, from their true power, not able to be that Emperor for you, providing that structure, stability, protection. With that word protection, I feel as though this masculine has a very strong natural protective instinct toward you, Divine Feminine, that is very new for him. It almost feels unexpected, foreign, surprising to him. With the Judgment card in the upright position, the reason that the masculine is feeling this protective instinct is because he's recognizing, even if it's at a subconscious level, that something has been activated spiritually within him through connecting with you. And again, this connecting could have happened energetically, spiritually, through dreams, or through some form of physical interaction. The word renewal is coming up really strongly. It's almost like this masculine believed that his life was going to continue in this very mundane kind of way. And then meeting you, I want to say it almost feels like having a fresh lease on life, being able to have a fresh start in life. Maybe this masculine has a really heavy past, or he's worked really hard to disconnect himself from a previous version of himself and has been struggling with feeling as though he's falling back into the same loops and patterns that feel very mundane to him. But then with you, Divine Feminine, it's like this masculine is finally evaluating himself and his life, desiring this, again, I keep hearing like a fresh chance at life. This is because through this spiritual awakening, something greater is taking place within the masculine here as well. With the Magician upright, first of all, this is the number 1 card in the traditional tarot deck. And so this really represents us starting over, a new beginning, a fresh start. But also I see that you are awakening this masculine's true potential from within him. And again, it's like subconsciously he's sensing that power that is awakening within him as a result of connecting with you. And yet in the physical world, he's feeling really stressed out because his physical reality isn't yet matching. It hasn't yet caught up with this awakening sense of power within him. With the card, the 5 of Pentacles reversed, representing frustration, particularly I feel like a frustration around his work. There may be a masculine here who's unemployed or struggling at the workplace, struggling financially, even if they're hiding this or not being very open about it. And there is this desire to first develop stability where they are or in a new place that's more aligned for them. before they move forward with you, because they see you as this Empress energy that is worthy of a worthwhile offer. I feel like if they thought less highly of you, the ironic thing is they might actually be taking more action at this moment toward you in the physical world, through words, through communication, through movement physically. But the reason that at times they seem to pull away or seem stagnant is actually because they value you more highly than any other feminine they've ever connected with in this incarnation. And I do not take that lightly when I say that. I know that's a really powerful statement, but I'm feeling that on this particular masculine's energy. They see you with the Four of Wands upright as the one that they want to truly settle down with. It's almost like I'm picking up on someone who's never really quite felt settled in this world. Maybe they never really had the desire to settle down. And even if this person has been married or has had a family in the past, I feel almost like this never really felt in sync with their soul. They always felt this restlessness about them. And this is because they always had a sense that there was a divine feminine they would connect with, who would immediately at this deep spiritual level signal to them that they were the one. And I'm hearing overly romantic. Maybe they thought that they were idealistic or just romanticizing love and relationships, thinking fantastically. But the truth is, they were actually subconsciously sensing that there was and is this really powerful soul bond between the two of you, and a meeting written into your soul contract that is now taking place, or if it hasn't yet happened, is going to be taking place very soon. The Four of Wands, by the way, is a really powerful card for a twin flame reunion. So it's very possible, having the Lovers and the Four of Wands in this spread, that this masculine could be a twin flame for some of you listening. If not, this is a very high level soulmate connection. I'm not feeling karmic energy for most people listening between you and this person. In fact, this feels like the one that you really could connect with when the two of you are free of a lot of the karmic patterns from your past, both internally and externally. It feels like, again, it's like this masculine sees you, divine feminine, as the one that they desire to be with once they've stabilized themselves, once they're fully free of the patterns of their past or the people of their past that have kept them feeling stuck or even entrapped. You really feel like a coming home to this person. It's almost like meeting you has restored this masculine's faith in the goodness of humanity. They see something so pure about you. What they're really seeing is the purity and the openness of your heart. They're seeing the purity, the high vibrational essence of your energy, of your being. And you have worked over the course of years, possibly decades, divine feminine, to cultivate that beautiful, open-hearted energy about yourself. And I feel a longing coming from the masculine, like he longs to connect more with that energy and essence. I hear masculine literally saying, I want to talk more. I want to get to know each other more in the physical 3D world, because whether he consciously realizes this or not, at a soul level, he's aware that you already have a deep familiarity between your souls through many lifetimes you've lived together. Now, a card flew out of the deck, and this is the Six of Cups. I almost feel as though the way this masculine feels towards you reminds him of a childlike innocence that he's long left behind. It reminds him of being a kid on Christmas morning, being excited and playful and free and open-hearted towards others in a way that perhaps over time he lost as he adjusted to a very broken world. The thing I keep getting from this masculine is that he really became highly plugged into the matrix. And when I refer to the matrix, I mean the limiting, restricting belief systems and idea systems of this society. Whereas you, Divine Feminine, have gone through a spiritual awakening and you're very much detached from that matrix, so to speak. As a result of this, I'm sensing that you, Divine Feminine, could be feeling some sadness around this masculine in this situation because you sense that he is just beginning to awaken, but still very much plugged into this kind of matrix way of thinking, to these limiting belief systems, restrictive ways of being in the world, whereas you have become very detached from those structures and systems. So it's almost like your soul is beckoning to his soul, asking him to detach himself from those limited ways of being and to essentially free himself in order for the two of you to be able to come more fully together in the physical 3D world. So I am going to be pulling one final Rumi Oracle card from this reading. If you are resonating with the reading today, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. I love the sense of community that we are building here together on YouTube. I will also be leaving a link to the most recent collective reading video I did, which if you connected with this reading, I feel you will connect with that one as well. I feel that I was bringing through very similar energy dynamics in those two readings. So I will leave a link to that additional reading in the description box and pinned comment under this video. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and also on TikTok, where I haven't posted yet, but will be beginning to post. Both of those are at Magnetize Yourself. And I am going to close this reading with one final Rumi Oracle card. And this card is the impossible made possible. I feel in many ways that speaks to your connection to this person. At this moment in time, there may be some sadness or some fear coming up because it could seem as though your connection is that impossible thing. But again, as this card says, there is something impossible being made possible here. So let me just flip to the page in the guidebook here. Love brings the sea into boiling and turns the mountain into a pebble. Love creates infinite openings in the dark sky and shudders the earth with its magnitude. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, we only limit what we believe to be possible by our lack of imagination. The divine has recourse to all that is and all that is yet to be. Is there any limit to the resources of the heavens? No. Then why has not every impossible dream now been rendered possible, indeed manifest, envisioned, in shining glory upon the earth? What strongholds can resist love? It is like water. It seeps into every available space and changes form to survive in every environmental condition. With unfailing intelligence, it creates life. So now you are being guided by this loving power to drop the doubt, shed the incredulity, and open up the mind. Your mind will wonder if it is even possible. People around you may wonder the same thing, but your heart will burn for it to become real, to become more than a fantastic, improbable dream. You'll want it with all your soul. You may not even be consciously aware as yet what this great desire is, but your heart knows. It holds the secret knowledge and will unveil it when your mind can handle it. When your heart is more powerful than your mind, you won't unintentionally block the incredible grace of manifestation. seeking to pour into your thirsty soul like the sweetest, purest waters of blessing. So that feels like a beautiful place to close today's reading. If you are resonating with the reading today, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I am sending you all so much love today, wishing you a beautiful day, and I'll connect with you here again in the next video.